Hey everyone, welcome back to Sarah J. Awesome. We're finally doing it. I'm going to change the two cabin filters in my 2020 Tesla Model 3, and I'm also going to clean the AC coils, the evaporator coils and fins basically, and I'm also going to install a new filter in the frunk. The car doesn't come with one, so it's going to be basically a leaf catcher to catch any debris and keep that from going in my AC system. If you don't know why I'm doing this video, please go watch my previous video and prepare to be enlightened. Ugh, we all know why I'm doing this video. My car freaking stinks. You're gonna need 3 tools for this whole thing, basically. By the way, you absolutely do not need to take the frunk out. I'm just doing this because I want to try to get a look at the drain and how it drains out and see if that's the problem. So here in Sarah's Tesla garage, we have only the finest equipment that money can possibly buy. Here we have our, okay, this isn't really a tool. I had to kind of jerry-rig this together because my kids lost all of our tools, and we have 5 boys and 1 girl, and they like to take things apart like their mother, so I have no idea where all the tools are. Essentially, you need a flathead screwdriver. I do have that. Then the important part of this tool is actually a 10mm socket. However you put the torque on this socket, do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Anyway, and also you're going to need a Torx T20 bit, which I think is gonna be this little baby right here. Yeah, and it actually just falls all the way down in my driver here, but I made it work last time, so I'm gonna make it work again. Because again, I don't know where all the tools are. If you have kids, you understand. If you're single and you don't have children, you're probably making fun of me and unsubscribing, but whatever. Also, if anybody says anything about me needing a manicure, I will kick you off my channel. I'm just kidding, I need views. I have student loans to pay off. All right, so let's take a look in here. Again, this is absolutely not needed to change your cabin air filters or to install the filter up here that I'm going to install, or to clean the coils. This is extra. I'm removing the frunk basin because I want to see if I can look at the AC drain pipe basically, and I want to see how it's draining. And I've seen other people remove the frunk basin, and I think I saw it in there, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wasting my time removing this frunk, but screw it. Let's do it. I haven't done it before, but other people made it look pretty easy. You're going to need a 10mm socket for everything to remove the frunk. That is what this little baby is for right here. Again, however you put the torque on that, good luck if you have children. So first we're going to remove these 2 screws here, then we're going to remove these 2 here, and then there is 2 that are under this right here. My neighbors are all looking at me. They think I'm crazy. They're like, she just got her Tesla towed a couple weeks ago because the AC compressor went out. Now she's ripping her car apart in her driveway. What is going on? It's bad for business, Tesla. It looks bad. They're all exactly the same, so it's no big deal if you get them mixed up or whatever. Now this right here is very important. You're gonna pop straight up on this. You just hook your hands here and pull straight up. If you don't pull straight up, you will break these 2 clips right here. They have to come straight up. This is what this looks like. Here's your last 2 screws. And we're gonna disconnect this light here. This little light right here, you just pull this straight out, just like that. Now we're gonna take out these last 2 bolts here. Now we're gonna take this off. You just put your hand back here and you pull straight up. This pops off super, super easy. Let me go put pressure equally on the other side. It's really, really easy to do this. Just pull straight up and you won't break any clips. You may need to wedge your hand under here. Alright, so that's what this looks like up here. Now we have a couple more things to do to get the frunk out. Over here by your windshield washer fluid, there is one screw right here. This is our air intake. This is where I got a new filter for. This doesn't come with a filter up here. It basically just has that grate right there, which is not enough to prevent debris from going in here, especially mosquitoes. These clips, we just pop them straight up, and then there's clips around the sides of the frunk. So let's go ahead and take this out. Just be really careful not to drop this screw anywhere, because then you will quite literally be screwed. I do like that it seems like everything in this car so far has been very easy to take apart and get to. All right, now we have these clips over here. So you're just gonna pop these straight up. These plastic pieces holding the clips are very flimsy, so you want to put equal pressure when you lift these up so that you don't break them. There's 4 clips right here. I'm gonna kind of hold them like this and pop them straight up. All right, so we popped this up. No clips are broken, don't worry. This is my first time doing this. You guys are doing it with me. Interesting. All right, let me show y'all something real quick. Okay, so this is the air intake for the AC system. Now, this hole right here is actually for rainwater and for like washing your car water and things like that, and it just drips straight down through this hole. But if you look up like this, you see that grate right there? It's actually just wire. This is actually where the airflow goes into your cabin. So that's good that this is higher. And I was really worried that the way this was designed that water would go down into the AC system, but no, Tesla thought about that. It looks like this will protect you from most pieces of leaves, but mosquitoes can definitely get sucked in here. We'll look later and see how many leaves are actually down in there. Now what we're going to do is run our hand down here, and there's clips. I don't know if they snapped this back down all the way when they did all the AC work on my car. It seems incredibly easy to lift up. I'm not complaining. It's not like the frunk basin is going to fall out while I'm going down the road or anything, but this is basically just really loose. I don't think they connected this at all. Okay then. Well, all right, let's go ahead and take this thing out. Does anybody else like to get their hands dirty? Okay, everything is disconnected. So we're just gonna grab both sides of this and lift it straight out. Pretty cool. We did it. This is what it looks like with the frunk basin removed. There it is on the ground. And remember, you guys, I'm a complete idiot. If I can do this, anybody can do this. If you don't believe I'm an idiot, I have a full face of makeup on for this video, and it's like 95 degrees out here already. So now my car is rear wheel drive only, so I don't have the motor up here between the 2 front wheels. So if you do have an all-wheel drive car, this may be harder for you to see the drain hole. If I can even see it, I don't know. Yep, I think I see it. We go down like this into this hole, and I believe that is the AC drain. So when I clean my coils in a little bit, I'm hoping to see some stuff drip down. And something that I don't like is that, you know, it's just dripping down onto this cover right here. And this is just like pulling up with AC water all the time, I think. There's your air intake for the AC system. It pulls in air right there if you do not have recirculated cabin air on. If it's pulling in fresh air from outside, that's where it goes. Man, I'm so happy we got the frunk out so easily. It's my first time doing that, so I honestly was not sure if I was gonna like give up halfway. Now, I wanna make something really clear before we get started. I did not break this clip. My car came home to me with this clip broken. So don't freak out, okay? If the first thing that you need to do is actually take this plastic piece off, which is underneath the glove box on the passenger side. There are some clips down here. You can see one here, and I know there's another one somewhere. I have to kind of contort my body a little bit to get in here. And I've noticed in other people's videos, a lot of other people are missing this clip too. I don't know why. I mean, you don't really need it, so it's like whatever. But After we remove this plastic piece, we're going to take off this side panel. And that is just plastic clips as well, and you don't need a tool for that, just your hands. These clips, you see how they have that little groove there? You're just going to take your flathead screwdriver and you're going to just very gently stick it in that little notch and turn the flathead screwdriver a little. Just barely loosen it up. Then you can take your hand and you can pull this out. I'm sure I'm going to break a nail. So now when you pull this straight out, let me show you how this works. There's two pieces, okay? It doesn't matter if both pieces come out at the same time, but it's better to try to get this piece to come out first. I'll show you why. It goes in a very specific way. You see those little notches on there? Then we're going to pull out this piece here. You have to try to pull this piece out first by itself, okay? So when you pull this out first, then this can compress and pull out very easily from this hole here. So that's how that works. When you put it back in, this goes first by itself. Then you insert this to apply pressure to keep this from coming out. I'm sorry, my mouth is like right on the microphone. I've seen other people's videos and I'm like, oh, I can do a better video. Pfft. Yeah, right. Now here is a very important part. Okay, so there's these little vents here. You're gonna hook your fingers in there. You're gonna pull down just a little, okay? Not a lot, just a little bit. Just like that. Okay. So we have pulled this down just a little. Do not put pressure towards the floorboard anymore. Now you pull straight toward you. The reason why, there's a clip that goes into the back of this. If you pull this whole thing straight down, it's going to break the clip back here. Now, this is the light for the footwell. This is a speaker that nobody knows what it goes to. This light is connected in mine, but it's actually not software activated, so I actually don't have footwell lights because I have the cheap Standard Range Plus. Lame-o! All right, now that we have that piece removed, we're gonna set it off to the side like this, and then we're gonna get started on this side panel. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach your hand back here. There is an open space back here. Pull straight out this way. Try very hard not to like bend it like this because this is plastic and it can get a crease in it, so you don't want to do that. Work your way down and just pull all these clips apart. There's also some clips down here towards the bottom, but as long as you continue to try to pull straight out, it'll be okay. Now that we have all the clips undone, then we can let this come down. This is what they look like. They didn't break, they just pop off. And then these just go back on here like this, and then when you push them into the holes, it secures everything. So these may pop off, and that's okay. As long as either side is not broken off, you're good. Am I like heavy mouth breathing into the microphone? I hope not. Now we're going to get to the two cabin filters. This is a high voltage wire, this orange wire right here. Make sure you don't cut this and shock yourself. Just be careful of that, but you'll be all right. Okay, so this is the T20 bit. You see this orange cable right here? You're going to follow that up, and there is a really annoying screw that is right here, and then this is where your filter is, behind this right here. If you want to disconnect this light and the speaker, you can, but I don't really feel like that is necessary. For me, the best way to get in here is like really weird. I put my feet up there and I lay down on my back like this and put my head right there and get up in here. So let me try to do that real quick. There's our screw, the annoying little piece of, and with the 2021 model, I think they got the cable out of the way for you. And I think they put the screw at the bottom down here. And another thing you can do is you can change that T20 screw out for a regular Phillips head. I will say, if you're not filming a video, this will be so much easier for you. So have no fear. Jesus, I don't want to drop that screw. Okay, we got it. Yeah. Oh, my hair is stuck in the speaker. Now we're gonna actually just pull on this high voltage wire. And here, finally, are the filters. You just grab and pull. This is the top filter. This arrow goes from the frunk pointing towards the back of the car. We have yellow side against the evaporator coils. I want you to remember that. So we're gonna compare and see if the other filters that I bought that are off-brand are the same way. It's dirty, but it's not like insanely dirty. Let's do a smell test. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like anything at all. So I don't really know how to process that information considering the smell coming out. Okay, so the second filter, pull up like this, and then you're gonna slide this filter out as well. The bottom one will have a lot more debris because gravity. I mean, it's dirty, but it's not that dirty. There's some bugs. This is where your evaporator coils are and the fins on top of the coils. And that's where your air blows across and gets cold because there's Freon in here flowing through the evaporator coils, and that makes the fins cold, which the fins are just flat little pieces of aluminum, basically, I assume aluminum, to just widen the surface area to have more points available to get the air cold and for it to go across. Let's try to take a look in here. As you can see, this is the position that I'm laying in to try to get to these filters and film at the same time. It's okay. The neighbors are looking at me weird. Oh boy. Here I go again. God. The neighbors are like, what in the heck is this woman doing? She's crazy. She lost her marbles. These are the fins, and these can get dirty. I really want to try to see down here. I need to get an endoscope. These fins are what we're going to be cleaning. Tesla says that they're full of bacteria from this holding moisture, but they look really not that bad, honestly. We did it. We got in here. I think this is the drain hole. This is 21,000 miles of driving. I do see some drips up here coming from the front, which is kind of weird. You see those drips running down the front of the car? I don't know where that moisture is coming from. Are y'all hot? Because I'm hot. I am sweaty. My mascara is running into my eyeballs. My hair is getting frizzy. I'm bleeding a little bit. Oh, Lord. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so I got this Climate Cleaner Pro. I bought all this crap with my own money, you guys. This is not a sponsored video. Neighbors are looking at me funny again. Take this piece off here. Put this on very gently because it's going to spray everywhere. Breathe Easy cabin filters. This is the Tesla one. And this is the Breathe Easy. Same width, same length. Ooh, there's a spider in here. Oh, spider's skeleton. And they are made the same. The white is facing the front and the yellow is facing the coils. I saw someone's video about a year ago. I don't know how long ago, honestly, but the same brand filter had made it where the yellow was on the opposite side and the white was against the coils. And I guess they realized that was the design flaw with this brand and they changed it. So now it actually matches the Tesla ones. I'm not going to install those yet. Let's go ahead and try to clean these coils. I also bought this filter here. My dad and I had actually talked about just making one yourself by cutting the screen material that goes over the windows of your house because it would allow good airflow but still keep out very small debris. But this one is the one I went with because I'm lazy and I needed one quickly. I don't think that you should get a real filter for up here because it will block too much airflow and it will put a lot of strain on your system. This is not the right one. Well, that's a fail. Let's go clean these coils. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is take my husband's $200 microphone and put it up here in the cup holder so we don't ruin it because he would be pissed. Then, I know this is gonna start coming out as soon as I squeeze it down, but I do need to secure it. I'm just gonna push down real quick. Okay, now it's on. I got these gloves from work. I stole a pair. We need to spray this foam all over the coils. Now remember, the coils are against this side. I give major props to everybody who's done this video. I really thought it was like not gonna be that hard. That is BS. I'm sure the neighbors are probably like, what in the heck? I am not buying a Tesla. I don't know what that girl is doing, but I don't want any part of that. I think, oh my God. So I found the best way to do this is to lay on your back, down on the floorboard, and set this stupid freaking tripod on my freaking chest and my belly. And you know what? I need to shake this up actually. Of course, it's going everywhere. Ugh. Again, if you're not filming, I'm gonna hold this in my hand like this. Oh my God, I got coil cleaner on my face. Let's hope it's not super acidic. This may be the worst video that anyone's ever made. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take, okay. I got coil cleaner on my face again. Awesome. Totally awesome. The stuff smells like alcohol. It's good, I guess. Maybe it won't chemically melt my face off. Well, since I have this Climate coil cleaner all over my face, we'll know how dangerous it is. Watch me end up in the emergency room later. Well, I was cleaning my Tesla coils and kind of got the coil cleaner on my face, but I kept filming because I'm doing a YouTube video trying to pay for my car. Awesome. So once you see this coming out, stop spraying because this is about to blow off the end. And I just got sprayed in the face for a third time. And I also just breathed in these fumes, so. Oh, let's see. Is this a carcinogen? I'm not sure. Holy moly. You know, I don't mean to screw up in my videos. I just have this plan if I do screw up, oh well. Kind of on everything. The smell is pretty strong. I can't really breathe right now. So we're gonna let this sit for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna go wash my face off. The smell does not smell bad. It just smells really strong like alcohol. I don't know why people said it smells like lemons. Well, that's good. Do have a puddle down there. Why doesn't my condensation drip down that much? Or maybe this is just a huge surplus of liquid and that's why it's dripping down. Let's take a look in here. Oh, yep. That's the drain hole. Now, this was why I took the frunk out. Do you see a problem here? What the hell? Why is this foam cleaner dripping all over the high voltage wires? In my opinion, there needs to be a tube that goes from this drain hole and goes down between these two covers. The back cover, that's the battery right there, and this is the front cover. They're two different covers. This freaking liquid just has to kind of drip between the crack of these two covers. You see the crack right here? That's light. That's the ground underneath my car. The condensation and the coil cleaner is just dripping down over all these bolts, all these wires. You have a surplus of liquid right here. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, you guys. I work in healthcare. Y'all tell me what you think. I think that's freaking stupid, in my opinion. I mean, my drain hole is draining, so that's good. It's not clogged. I didn't see too much debris in there. It is so hot. Ugh. The evaporator coil cleaner has been sitting for about 20 minutes. So now I'm gonna turn on the Climate for a little bit and let that finish drying out. And let that run for about 15 minutes or so. Oh, that seat is hot. Holy guacamole. Oh, it is freaking hot in here. Oh. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the Climate for a little bit. Just make sure that you have the AC button turned off. Otherwise, it could keep cooling and producing more condensation down there. You don't want that. You want to dry it up completely. So turn the AC button off, and that's just your fan blowing. let it run about 15-20 minutes to dry everything out. All right, I let that run for about 15 minutes. It feels completely dry. So we're gonna go ahead and install these new filters. This is gonna slide down in there like that. So you're gonna look at the airflow, and the arrow should be pointing towards the back of the car, towards the evaporator coils. Sorry, I'm mouth breathing on the microphone again. Pull that tab down. It's freaking hot, you guys. I am burning up. Climate cleaner all over my face. My makeup is running into my eyeballs. I'm sweating to death. Why couldn't this happen in the wintertime? Tried to avoid doing it in the summer, but that's probably when you're gonna have your problems because the AC evaporation. We're gonna take this cover right here and place it back and reattach the screw. Holy moly, that seat is freaking hot. I just burned the crap out of my arm on this seat. Let's get this annoying T20 screw and try not to touch this stupid seat. All right, I wanna show you all this. This has a groove here, okay? This has to slide down into that groove. Then you push down, then you replace your screw. Now what we need to do is reattach this cable, just like that, just pushes on. Okay, now we're gonna put our cover back. So what you wanna do is have it like this, and then slide it in, top first, like this, like a swoop. Then we're gonna get in here and try not to burn our bum on the seat. Now that we have it all lined up, whoa, my butt is burning. I'm sitting on my sun visor, you guys. It's gonna be audio distortion for sure. Look in here, line up these clips the best that you can. I like to start from the back. Push gently so that it is all lined up. Take a look at this first clip down here. Push it in. You don't need to slam this in, okay? Once you see that they're lined up, then you can push them back in. Oh, I'm missing my little clippy. This one came off, I forgot. That's why it's not going in. Pop that back on there. There we go. Once you see that they're all lined up, then you can punch it in. Just don't punch it until you know that you've lined up the first few over here. All right, that's back in. Now let's put this part in right here. Remember, we have to slide this in because there is a plastic piece down here that has to slide inside of this. So that slid in. Now it's kind of hanging down. We're gonna gently push this in. Make sure it's pushed back all the way. Okay. It's all back in. Now we're gonna put our little plastic clips. So hot. I'm dying. All right, here we go. Have them like this. Go ahead and insert this part just barely into that part. Insert the first part into the hole and then push in. Last one, thank God. Right over here. Push in, push in. Whew. Lord have mercy. Now we just gotta put the frunk basin back in. We're just gonna pick up the whole frunk basin like this. Plop it down. Let me find my little wire here. Grab your wire for your light and just feed it up through this large hole right here. Try to look and align these clips. Here, here, and right here, and on the other side as well. And there's also some clips right here in the front. There's 2 of them. You'll be able to see these easily, don't worry. So there's 3 on each side. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 2, 3. All right. Now put this back on. Real easy. There's just 4 white plastic clips here. Just line them up. The swoop follows this edge here. And then you just push down. Sorry, 2 black ones, 4 white ones. that's back in place. Then we have this one screw over here on the side of our windshield washer fluid that we need to screw back in. You have to kind of pull the plastic and line it up with the hole. Then we're going to take these two bolts here. There's one there, one here. It doesn't matter which bolts go where. They're all the same size, same width, same length, same thread. And get our driver. I'm just all weird since my kids took all the tools and lost them. Let's tighten this one over here. Not too much because these are plastic. The screws are metal. The parts around the screws are plastic, so you don't want it to split or anything. We have two more and we're done. Do I look hot and sweaty and miserable? Because I am. How hot is it now? 93? Look, feels like 110. Alright. We have this in. We have our screw over here. Two screws here, two screws here, two screws here. We're going to connect the light again. This little light like this goes down forward facing the front here. We're just going to connect this. It's really easy. You just shove it back in there. And then you just slide this down. Let's make sure that wire's out of the way. That just pops on. Now we're going to put this back on. You just line up these white clips with the holes. It's very easy. You do not have to put a lot of pressure. Hardly any pressure at all. That's that. We're done. I am so hot and sweaty and out of breath and miserable, but we've done it. Changed the filters, cleaned the coils, looked in there for debris. There's not really much in there at all, so I'm not sure where the system is holding moisture, but hopefully this will help with the smell. I don't know. The drain hole is draining really well, so I smelled the filters. They do not smell bad at all. They don't smell like anything. I'm literally touching my nose to these filters. These are the dirty ones I took out. They have some debris in there, but they don't smell like dirty feet or cheese. So I don't know where the smell is coming from. I don't know if it's in the AC vents. I don't know. It's still a mystery. Okay, so coils are clean, new filters are in. I just got back in the car and turned on the AC on fresh air and circulate, and to see what the climate cleaner smells like and the new filters, and it smells like nothing. It does not smell like chemical smell in here. It does not smell like lemon. It does not smell like anything at all. It smells like clean air the day that, you know, it smells like when I took delivery of this car. Thank freaking God, because I was getting really upset. So I don't know where the smell is coming from, but spraying the coils with the cleaner and drying out the system and putting in new filters seems to completely take the smell away immediately, but I'm not sure how long it will last. I'm not sure if it will smell bad when I get back in my car after it rains again. But for now, it seemed to work. I smelled my filters. I put them right up against my nose, and they did not smell like the smell that I've been smelling. They did not smell like feet and cheese, so they didn't smell like anything. I know other people have smelled their filters, and they did have the same odor, so I'm not sure why. For me, my filters did not smell bad, the old ones I took out. Maybe the evaporator fins and coils are holding moisture and bacteria is building in there, or maybe it's in the AC ducts, but I mean, if it was in the ducts, then I think it would probably still smell when I turn the AC on right now. The only thing I could think to do is do this, clean the coils with the climate cleaner. I highly recommend it. I only used 1 can. It seemed to be plenty. I changed the filters. Also, I recommend try to run just the fan for about 15 to 20 minutes as often as possible. This will turn off the AC compressor, stop pumping Freon through the system and making the lines cold and creating more condensation. And it will just turn the fan on and dry out the moisture that's in there. Try to do that as often as you can. Change the filters and do the climate cleaner once every 6 months, and I think you'll be okay. It was worth all the hard work. Saved me $107 doing this myself and not having Tesla do it. Let me show you what it looks like to have the AC off and just the fan running. I click on your climate right here, and we're going to turn off the AC, the circulated air off, and then you're going to turn the fan up to 10. Let it do this for 15 to 20 minutes as often as possible. And you know what? I would probably do this too, to dry out all the vents. I did spray myself in the face with climate cleaner 3 different times because I was trying to film at the same time, and my skin is fairly sensitive and I didn't have any crazy like chemical burns from the climate cleaner. So I can say that I feel like climate cleaner is pretty safe. Remember when I just said I wonder if the smell is going to come back after it rains? I hope this fixes everyone's problem. For now, that's all I got.